As we wrap up day 2, ran into an old friend, a great Honeywell, a great person. Unfortunately, she's not in our territory anymore, but Patty Hall, sales leader at Honeywell. Patty, it's so good to see you again.
Good to see you too, Eric.
This has been a really great momentum, I think. I mean, we've been to a few of these in our time, and what's your take on it so far?
The take is the best ever. I just heard that from some customers, and I do agree it's the best ever.
Well, we've been hearing a lot of that too. There's a real positive buzz, and I think it started with, I think anytime you're as big a company as Honeywell is, you're going to have some missteps. I think the crowd really appreciated Mike Keller and Mike Garceau sort of acknowledging those missteps and saying we're going to clean them up. And so I think we got a fresh start there. And wow, IP controllers are here.
And did I tell you about the new consulting engineer program we have?
Patty, then tell us a little bit more about the program.
Well, I'm leading a new team, and Steve Hoffman is a part of it. I have a great team, and we are building this program with the help of this core group, which includes Steve and Paul Buchema and Chris Forward and Mike Russell. And we are bringing the overall level of our organization up to calling on CEs. And I shouldn't say up because they're all really good salespeople, but what we're doing is we're teaching them or giving them the tools to call on consulting engineers. We have not done that in the past to where we want to be. However, we're doing it now. And
well, it's an understatement to say how critical that is and how important it is to pull that whole message through, especially with the new ASHRAE standard that came out. And Honeywell jumped on top of that. We got a chance to talk to Steve earlier, and he told us about some of the work that's already been done to have the Honeywell controllers up to speed with the new ASHRAE information.
Yep, that will be coming out too with it. And Steve led a great workshop. We had some consulting engineer from IMEG, Jeff Bolt, and he talked about that very thing. So yeah,
awesome.
It's good.
Well, it's very cool, and I think at the end of the day, what's so great about this CE program is we all know, man, that's very time-consuming, and I think what Honeywell, what we're hearing is you guys are really gearing up your partners to be successful. So you guys, it almost seems like you're going to be pulling business through.
Well, the thing about the CE program, to be successful, it's the CE core group, it's the Honeywell sales force, it's our distributors, and it's our contractors. So we're building the whole team out, and it's our marketing and product management team. So we're making that happen. So it's not just the CE folks, it's the whole team.
Well, I'm so happy that you are running this because, again, I've had the benefit of working with you. I think Kenny has too. So it's great that we have such good folks at Honeywell. And it's a great combination. I mentioned earlier that, we got old blood, we got new blood. You guys have sort of reorganized, you're revamped, rejuvenated. And I think, the crowd here is, I think, feeling the same way. So,
do you know the really good part? Is I have the whole territory, so you guys are stuck.
So you're awesome.
That's a big hat.
So listen, Patty Hall from Honeywell, if you're lucky enough to have her come in your office and talk to you, don't miss out. Patty does a great job. So Patty, thanks for taking a few minutes to talk to us, and congratulations on a great conference.
Thank you.
Kenny Smyers, man, I'm so pumped up. We're day 2 momentum. We're ending the show with some great folks here. This gentleman right here is with a fantastic company, one of the best companies I know. Rob, tell our audience, introduce yourself, tell our audience what company you work for.
So Eric Stromquist, I work for Stromquist & Company in Atlanta, Georgia, and it's a great company. I've got a great boss. He's really phenomenal and really good looking. Great haircut.
And he's talking about my brother, so this is this is entry. But I tell you what, man, what makes a great company is great partners, great customers, and I'm so proud to introduce Danny Daniel, Jake Marshall Services. Danny, you and I go way back. Danny's one of our great customers and great partners. And Danny, thanks for taking a few minutes to speak with us.
Well, it's my pleasure to be here today. I certainly enjoyed my time this week in Orlando, and it's good to see old friends and discuss common issues that we've got together.
What did you see that sort of impressed you this week?
You know, I'm taking the whole company back to basics, and I thought it was great this week to hear Honeywell stand up on the problem on deliveries, and I thought it was great in the aspect when you got to the training part of it. They kind of confirmed what I was looking for on the sales side. We had spent so much money on training for our guys for being the service techs and programmers and that, and they got me back to the basics of the sales side of it, and that's very important nowadays, especially with all these other guys out there that just has low price.
You guys kind of march the beat of a different drummer. I mean that in a very, very positive way, meaning, you mentioned getting back to basics. And when I think of your company, it's a lot of integrity. I mean, you kind of balance old world integrity with new world technology. But talk a bit about Jake Marshall, your guys' philosophy, and what your customers, what people can expect if they elicit your services.
Well, I had a great mentor. Marie Marshall was my partner for 35 years. She hired me. I was the first employee for Jake Marshall Service, and she has always taught me that the main thing is our reputation. Our reputation is worth more than $100,000. We'll do what's right. We'll stand up. We'll run to a problem. We'll fix that problem. Then we'll decide who's responsible and where the money should come from to resolve that issue. That's kind of the basis of it. Our theme is service built on relationships, and that's what we've kind of built our whole company on from day one, and that's where we're at today.
I tell you what, we've been talking about innovation and need to change, but what I will say is that innovation without integrity won't even get you a cup of coffee. So I like your guys' integrity and the way you guys roll.
Well, thank you so much, and I appreciate the opportunity of working with Stromquist all these years. We started off with a great one. We pulled that first one off years ago. You and I did, and it's been a great relationship.
We're not going to give away too much here, but let's just say Danny and I could have gotten thrown in jail for bootlegging, not booze, but controls, Honeywell controls. But we didn't get caught, so now we're all legit. But Kenny, why don't you ask Rob and Danny a couple questions?
Well, first of all, I'd just like to say how impressed I am. It's a great testament to the two-step distribution and what it does to the industry, and how Honeywell probably fathered that whole concept where you get a strong distributor, and then they grow a relationship with a strong contractor, and then they grow together as business entities and become stalwarts of the industry. So I'd like to commend both of you, Stromquist and Danny, because he and I had talked offline about a couple of things, because I'm from a family business too, so I can really appreciate legacy, and because that's what keeps the country together. I think in many ways, as you get through the highs and lows of business and economies. So turning to Rob Allen, a younger generation, a former young gun, we see Rob has a different perspective. I mean, so we might have a more seasoned perspective. So let's get Rob's opinion on what you saw here and what your takeaways are.
No, I mirror a lot of what Danny said. Honeywell kind of, you're always trying to improve. You're always trying to better your business, and sometimes when you think you're doing everything right, you end up really kind of messing something up. And I think that we've seen that. We've all known that. There's no secret. I was super impressed that they didn't hide behind a microphone or just try and dodge around it. Actually brought their supply chain head down and basically explained the whole scenario. And whether you like it or you don't, it is what it is. But I can tell that they're committed to rectifying it, and it's Big Red's not dying, and I feel like they're coming back with a vengeance. And I think that with their new lineup of product that they're coming out with, I think we got good things on the horizon once we get through the little problems now.
Well, I think it does take a lot of corporate courage to take things heads on, not to avoid it, but to really deal with them. And I thought that the Mike, we call him M&M now. We got Mike Keller and we got Michael Garceau. So M&M, I don't know if they're going to like that or not, but I thought they both took they took the adversity first, dealt with it, and then really delivered a good, strong, forward-thinking platform that I think everybody can take the time and invest in it and look for a very promising future.
Yeah, and I got to ask Rob, because Rob's running the day-to-day at Stromquist now, doing a fantastic job. So, Rob, you hear a lot about innovation. We're talking to some of the top distributors, top systems integrators here. I know you're doing a lot of great stuff at Stromquist, and company that our community might not know about yet, and also probably got some ideas. So tell me about what's going on at Stromquist and what they can expect. I know you tweaked the website and done some other great stuff.
Oh, we've done some great things. The website is definitely one of them. But I think that, Danny kind of hit on it a little bit, getting back to basics. And I think sometimes you get so forward thinking that you miss, how to block and tackle. And so I've put together a management team at Stromquist that's going to focus on different segments of the business and how to roll that out and get our inside sales team very technically focused, but very customer centric. And I think it's something that all of our customers and contractors are going to enjoy. And I look forward. I mean, it's good things for Stromquist.
Well, Rob, if you could put that in the box, I'd like to buy 2 of them. Okay, send some UPS Red to Pittsburgh.
Sounds good.
Yeah, so Rob, you're doing a great job. And Danny, how do people get hold of you guys? Because I know Jake Marshall is always innovating, always doing great stuff. And I think if you need a job and you want it done right, this is a great company to call.
Right. They can get in touch with us at www.jmservice.com or mine at dkdaniel.jakemarshallservice.com, and we'd love to do work for you.
Absolutely. Rob, how do people get hold of your company?
What's your cell phone number? No, but these Danny here is one of the best in the business. If you're in Chattanooga, North Georgia, or Alabama, and you need a good controls contractor, this guy and his team will get it done. I remember when Eric came to me and said, "Hey, I got this guy Danny. We go way back. Make sure you take care of him." And so I sat down with him the first time, and there was a little yelling and screaming and a little bit of good stuff. And I said, "What the heck is going to happen here?" And it's turned out Danny is the artist of the 90 seconds of information and a 60-second phone call, and I love every bit of it.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah, well done. www.stromquist.com. Rob Allen, Young Gun Rob Allen, running Stromquist and Company, doing a great job. And Danny Daniel, Jake Marshall Services. Man, guys, thanks for taking a few minutes to speak with us.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
We got Dave Witherspoon here, Kenny, and I tell you what, man, an old friend. I've known Dave. How many years we've known each other?
Too many.
We actually didn't start out as friends. We started out as foes. But Dave is such a likable character that, man, you can't hold a grudge against this guy for long. But dude, you're one of the key cogs in the Honeywell wheel as far as we're concerned. And man, we're at momentum. We finished day 2. Congratulations on the conference.
Thank you very much. We appreciate it. We're glad that everybody came with us and enjoyed the time. Matter of fact, we're getting ready to start rolling into the awards dinner tonight. So we appreciate you guys being here with Control Trends as well.
We love being here, man. It's some great messaging. As a Honeywell distributor, it seems like you guys have turned another corner. You sort of have reinvented yourself again to talk about the IP controllers. I think are going to be huge. So talk a bit about IP controllers from your perspective. I know you've done a lot of national accounts and other things. Why are they important? And talk about Honeywell's approach to them.
So the simple approach is, why go there? Well, we have this little company called Tritium that everybody's adopted and adapted, and it's really the industry standard. It's a great integrator piece, but we're looking at IP controls now because that's where the future is. Our industry technically is years behind. Everybody is looking for, what does Alexa do for us? How do we get there? Alexa, I want to turn the lights on. Alexa, I want video. This is what you have to get that type of data into the cloud and to make it actionable information for you.
Very, very cool.
Well, I'd like to congratulate you, Dave. David, Honeywell did a marvelous job. And, as we summarize day 2, that's what I'm going to ask you as the takeaways for day 2. But I just want to review some of the great things we saw. We saw a great lineup of Honeywell people. We saw some great leadership emerge. We saw some, really corporate, stepping forward, addressing issues. And people love that. We need that. Down here where the rubber's hitting the road, if we get good direction and we get good leadership, a lot of people are going to follow. I think it's a very, very good step forward. But the future looks bright, and as we come to the end of day 2 and the folks are going in there for the award ceremony, what are the big takeaways from day 2?
So the day 2 takeaways, Kenny, are that people are truly excited about where we're going. They love the fact that for the first time in a couple of years, Honeywell has really reinvigorated where we're going. They can see some action. They know we've got some things coming. The IP controller is one of those pieces. It's a whole product family coming, and it's more than just taking a communication module and making it IP based. It's a true next generation platform using true Niagara databases and pieces and parts. So there's a lot of excitement. People have been doing a lot of business and technical learning on how to sell those types of solutions. We're trying to teach people, hey, stop selling parts. Let's solve problems. Let's sell solutions.
Well, I think it worked. As we see, there's over 400 people, the top Honeywell distributors, contractors, some great Honeywell folks here. So again, well done.
Very well done, David. And I tell you what, man, it's like, we had the Mike and Mike, the M&Ms, the Mike and Mike show. And we also got the Lou and John show, which I think one of the things I love with you guys is these are passionate guys that had a lot of input in the new control series. And you guys, they're like two kids in a candy store. So these guys are hands-on with this product, and it sort of shows. So, man, again, I echo what Kenny says. Congratulations. Keep up the great work.
Thanks. And I do want to the point of the IP controllers, you talked about John and Lou. This has been a vision of theirs for 8+ years. It took just continual pushing and getting it where it needed to be. It was a vision well beyond and before the time, and now it's come to fruition. So to your point, John and Lou, great job.
Well, great job for Team Honeywell, man, and Dave, really do appreciate it. Man, go win an award or something, will you?
Well, hold a second. Here, take this to your table, David, and enjoy the evening.
Yeah.